Alright guys, we are back again for another Dokkan Battle video, and we're here with a new tier list. I'm going to be ranking the top 10 LRs pre-Golden Week. Golden Week will drop a new LR, right? The part 2 for Golden Week will drop us a new yellow coin LR, which are now 200 dual 200% leader skills, which is pretty good. But yeah, the units I have down here at the bottom are the 10 LRs, right? Now, we could talk about some honorable mentions, right? I don't have them pulled up, but someone like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan we could mention, maybe Evolution Blue Vegeta, the Int one, or even the SKR one if you wanted. Maybe HLUI Goku. Is there anyone else I should mention? Tech Gogeta, I guess, has a shout. Anyone else? Any other LR I'd want to mention that isn't here? Namek Goku, I guess, is a decent shout. Full Power Frieza with their EZAs are actually pretty good. Think could be at least in consideration for this level, right? But I do not have them ranked here. Anyone else I want to bring up before we actually get into the top 10? The reason I don't do a whole lot of top 10 videos is because I think about it a lot and these videos go on very long. So I'm going to try and keep this one brief enough. LR Jiren, I think, is in that top 10 to 20 range, I think, in terms of LRs. The Physical Super Saiyan Trio, Tech Broly, Int Broly, who I really like, but I don't think they're top 10 right now. I think that's it. I don't know, maybe you can mention free-to-play LR Bardock, perhaps. But anyways, let's just get into it, right? Let's get into this. So I do have it marked 8 to 10, 6 to 7, number 5. I do think these are all different tiers. There's different tiers of power, right? I do think so. We'll get into it as we discuss, but let's start at number 10, who I do have as LR Gotenks. LR Gotenks is number 10. So, LR Gotenks I actually do not own, but I think he is really, really good, right? He was a great Carnival 200% here, just pre-10th anniversary. Obviously now, if he came out post-10th anniversary, he would be a 220 lead to Buu Saga, which would be pretty good, but he's just 200%. He's got good super attack effects here, right? 50% attack and defense on both. Definitely pretty valuable. Giving himself Ki straight away, obviously very good for an LR. He's a Rainbow Orb Changer, 0 conditions to that, and gets 1 Ki per Ki sphere obtained. So it'll be very easy for him to reach 24 Ki and be able to share that Ki around to the whole rotation. He does get defense when receiving an attack and attack after receiving the attack, right? When receiving just means when there's an attack aimed at him, he will get that defense, which is obviously pretty good. He has 22% damage reduction for a couple of turns. With the final trump card ally, he is getting 77% defense and 33% damage reduction. Now, when he first came out, I did think the final trump card, at least on his main team, on his own 200% team, Buu Saga, wasn't super strong, final trump card, but now, if he were to run his own team, and his two best teams are Gogeta's team and Vegeto's team, right? They're his two best teams, and both of these guys are on final trump card. So that condition is a condition you no longer feel at all, right? So that's really good. He gets this when attacking, he gets this here, and a guaranteed super, which is obviously very good. He's getting this. Guaranteed crits is obviously really nice. He does have this tank or die, which is a 50% chance to get 700% defense, 777% defense, which means he can eat really big supers, as long as the 50-50 procs. Like, if he gets this, he can tank the big supers. If he doesn't get it, he's just dead. Right, it's just how it is. And then this, which basically has him completely immune to taking damage from key-based supers, which does matter in this meta right now, because there is 3 different difficult events that matter right now. There's the Red Zone fights, and the big 3 in Red Zone is, for me at least, is the Blue Goku fight and both Universe Survival Saga Jiren fights. They're the big Universe Survival Saga fights. The Fusion Zamasu one, the Hit one, they're actually really tough, but you know, they're not the standard, they're not the showcase, the real showcase fights, right? It's the step above. But yeah, Gotenks obviously does not have key-based counter against the Blue Goku, doesn't have it against the Jirens either. But again, he does have access to this, he's Rainbow Orb changing, he's super valuable there. In Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, the big fight is either the Broly fight or the Cell Max fight. It doesn't really matter which one you do, they're set up kind of the same way. I would say the Cell Max fight is harder, just because the Gammas are tougher than Beerus and Whis and Golden Frieza, right? But Yeah, both of them do AoE supers, which means they are key-based supers, which means Gotenks is just immune to that. And he has true type advantage as well, since both the Broly and Cell Max at the end are both AGL. So Gotenks is a really high value in battle-hardened formidable foes, right? So that's obviously very good for him. The last event is, of course, Festival of Battles. Festival of Battles, Gotenks is a non-factor in, unfortunately. Since he's not a stacker, he can't really keep up at the end of Festival of Battles, right? So it is what it is. I think he's very good. I think he deserves a mention here. Also, not really a factor in how I rank units in the top 10, but he does have very nice animations, which does make me like a unit a little bit more, but that is not a factor that I'm considering here for the top 10. Anyways, but yeah, Gotenks also being on very relevant teams, like I said, right? Let me pull it up right here. But he is on both fusions. In fact, he's on these guys, all 4 of these guys' teams, and this one as well, this Kid Goku, and Hit, actually. Wow, okay, he's on a lot of super relevant teams right now. Even Pycon's team is actually useful right now, since he is a dual 200%. But yeah, Gotenks is on a bunch of the best teams in the game right now. Anyways, unit number 9 we will be looking at here is LR Goku Frieza. Okay, let's pull them up. LR Goku and Frieza. Dually Battle of Fate, 220%. Really good team, by the way. Battle of Fate is a very good category, so they lead a very nice team. Frieza's got good super attack effects here, right? Stunning can be very good in battle hardened formidable foes, as well as the attack debuffing too. Frieza can be terrifying to use, for sure. And he can very easily get caught and killed. But I feel like if you just, if you're just get a little bit of luck on your side, and not even luck a lot of the times, Frieza can just kind of dominate, damage-wise, and kind of wipe these phases out, especially in battle-hardened formidable foes, where they do not have a whole lot of HP. This is also not really a Festival of Battles unit. I mean, Goku can stack attack, but he really needed to stack defense too. You need to stack both if you're going to be a real unit in battle-hardened formidable foes. But Frieza, again, giving himself key here. He has the additionals. He's got 2 Keeper Rainbow Key Sphere. He is 2-turn support on his first entry turn. 77% attack and defense for Reps Universe 7 or Battle of Fate is big. Getting this is nice. Getting this as well. The extra attack when his HP is low. As well as the damage reduction. If you have this up, Frieza can tank. He's not a complete, frail loser. Now, he can be, but he isn't always, right? He does also have the guaranteed crit here when all allies are superclass, as well as the additional, or when they're extreme class, he's get the guaranteed additional supers. I do wish his reversible exchange condition was not turn 4. I wish it was easier, but it is what it is. Just because the both 10th anniversary Dokkan Fest LRs have the same condition. Goku is stacking attack here, right? And massively raising his defense. He's getting guard here. He's getting 2 Keeper Rainbow Key Sphere. Guaranteed additional HP is higher. Extra stats when receiving an attack. Defense per Key Sphere. Damage reduction and super effective against all types. Goku also has the stun. Goku is very good too. Goku can be very impressive in the red zone stages. You don't usually see him in battle hardened formidable foes just because of how it works. Again, turn 4 is not something you see super often. You can, but again, not super common. You're going to see this Goku thrive in there. It's mostly Frieza, and Frieza, again, can be effective, but you do have to be a bit careful. But yeah, Goku is very good for the red zone fights here. Goku also has this nice Frieza's handout ability with the big heal and the attack buff, as well as the Rainbow Orb changing. Frieza's unfortunate Miracle of Universe 7 just does not hit hard enough. They just did not make it hit hard enough, unfortunately. So Frieza does end up being even when you stack the attack with Frieza, he tends to not end up hitting very hard anyway, which is sad. But yeah. Also, them being a Goku and Frieza unit, right? They're on so many teams. Just a bunch of teams, which is obviously very helpful since they're not restricted. They don't really have restrictions. They do have this, but I find this not being the biggest deal ever. You can kind of get around it. It could be a factor, but I don't find it a huge deal, personally. when I see people running this unit, because I actually don't have Goku and Frieza. Maybe my opinion would change if I had them myself, but yeah, I think Goku and Frieza are a very effective unit, and honestly, underrated by a lot of people, and maybe overhated by some others. Anyways, the next unit on our list is, hovering over him, it's LR Pycon. LR Pycon, let me just do this. I also think you could do this, by the way. I think you could have Goku and Frieza ahead of Pycon. I was tempted, but I am putting Pycon ahead for now. Let's talk about Pycon. Pycon introducing, hopefully, the new meta for 200% leaders, because it's not confirmed that this is the future, but Pycon is a 200% yellow coin LR dual leader skills. Two small categories, but an effective team right here. Pycon's got good super attack effects. He has the debuff here, which is obviously very nice. He's giving himself ki. He's a Rainbow Warp Changer without any conditions. He's got a high chance to dodge. He can be a support unit as long as there's an Otherworld Warrior or tournament participants ally. 3k 40% to the whole rotation, obviously pretty good. Sorry, just drinking some water. Make sure you stay hydrated, folks. Has the second attacker in the turn. He can give Otherworld Warriors or tournament participants 2-turn damage reduction by 10%, which is obviously good. Which, you know, you can also save, by the way. Like, you don't have to pop this immediately by not putting him in, like, you can just float him in slot 3, because in slot 3, he's getting the guard, he's getting the high chance to crit, the guaranteed additional, there's a high chance to be a super, the 70% dodge, like, he has all of that in slot 3. And you can save this to when you need it, the one time, right? It's an effective ability, for sure. And then, of course, he's a big meme, right? When he gets serious, right? Pycon decides to lock in. And Pycon loses the support, but he ends up just being a big, basically just a stat stick, right? That's what he is. He's just the guy who's going to hit you really, really hard, as long as he gets a bunch of Rainbow Key Spheres, which he can do, right? Again, he's guarding, 70% dodge, 70% crit, 2 keep a Rainbow Key Sphere. He's Rainbow Warp Changing. He's got 80% dodge before he gets hit. He has all these stats. Again, he can very easily, with 3 Rainbow Key Spheres, get guaranteed crits and drop 60, 70, 80, 90 million attack stats, even higher than that sometimes. They're all guaranteed crits. Pycon's just really good, really solid. He's a yellow coin LR that doesn't really have a lot of flaws that generally yellow coin LRs tend to have, right? Yellow coin LRs have all these conditions or restrictions generally. Pycon's not one of those guys. Pycon just does what he does. He's a beast, and we love to see it for him. Pycon is very, very good. Unfortunately, he does not have a 220 though, so like I think Pycon could be higher on this list if he had better teams. Because Pycon's team is his own team. And it's not bad, but Otherworld Warrior / Saviors kind of suffers from the idea of not having a good turn 1, slot 1 unit early on. Like, once you get to turn 4, you got the fusions able to go into their like more defensive states. You can get like Tech Gogeta out, Namek Goku's kind of stacked up a bit. Like, sure. But turn 1, slot 1, and like something like Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, you might run into some problems, right? So I think if they had access to someone like a Beast Gohan on that team, for example, a Beast Gohan-esque unit, not necessarily Beast, but something like that would definitely help out Pycon. But yeah, when Pycon actually gets to 220, I could definitely see his position going up on this tier list. Pycon has room to grow, for sure, Okay, moving on to number 7 on our list. It is, can you guys guess? Any ideas who number 7 is? It's Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan. Right here. Crazy that Beast is still like a top 10 LR over a year later. But yeah, I mean, it's true, right? He just is still a top 10 LR, and he's better than most of the Carnival LRs that did drop during the 10th anniversary. Barring one of them. Barring one for sure. Right, so we'll get on to him later though. But Beast, I mean, Beast still holds his own, right? Beast still stacks attack, he has the big defense, he has the active skill which can protect you for, you know, whenever you need it, really. Again, he's just a very good slot 1, turn 1 defensive wall. He's on a very strong team. This one right here, the Tech Vegito team. allows this guy to sit in slot 2 with his 90% damage reduction, just stack attack. And then you can swap into Vegeta and Beast. You can just kind of float around for a while. Beast covers your ass like slot 1, turn 1, in stuff like battle hardened formidable foes. Beast can be caught and killed in red zone. I've had it happen. I've also had Beast eat the big supers in red zone with his active up, without his active, and he can just eat it a lot of the times. Now, of course, Beast does eventually become a floater in red zone, but in battle hardened formidable foes, he is a real MVP. Beast is also not a Festival of Battles unit, which is why I can't put him higher on these lists, but yeah, Beast is really, really strong, still, to this day. I know a lot of people are probably sick of Beast Gohan and just kind of want to see him out of top 10, but that has not happened yet. Beast is not out of top 10 just yet, so you're going to have to just deal with him for now. But yeah, he is still very, very strong. I don't need to spend too much time talking about LR Beast, for sure. You guys get it. Okay, number 6 on this list. I feel like I'm moving fast, but you guys don't want to sit here forever hearing me talking about a lot of these units, right? So, let's move on. Number 6 is Great Ape Vegeta. I'm sure a lot of you guys seen this coming, because everyone knew these were going to be the top 5 right here. But what order will they be in? I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about Great Ape Vegeta. So, Great Ape Vegeta right here is basically doing the same role as Beast Gohan, except Beast has, the taunt skill, while Vegeta, and also Beast, eventually his intro will wear out and Beast can get caught by that. Vegeta doesn't have an intro, but he does have... Where is it? Here. After guard attack, he gets 3 keys, 60%, attack defense for 3 turns. When he has this up in slot 1, especially post-attacking, because post-attacking he gets this, and he gets this, and he gets, this. Post-attacking, Great Vegeta, I have found, is basically invincible. Nothing is killing this guy. In red zone, in battle hardened formidable foes, nothing. He's just too strong for, defensively, in slot 1, post-attacking, he's got. Pre-attacking, he can take some damage for sure, but where Vegeta can get caught is by big supers when he does not have this up. When he does not have this up, he can be caught. He could also be caught in slot 2 or 3, because remember, in slot 2 or 3, he doesn't have this extra reduction or extra defense. He gets extra attack and an additional, which isn't even a guaranteed super. That's where Vegeta can get caught. I haven't really had it happen where he's been killed in slot 2, but I could see it happening. But it's never happened to me. I don't have footage of it anywhere, as far as I'm aware. But Vegeta is very, obviously very good. Vegeta also has access to the Great Ape, which is a team protector as well. It's not one you can control though. Falling under 40% HP is not something you're guaranteed to see. You can definitely see it in the tough fights. I've gotten it a few times, but it's not common to see. Vegeta's also lucky that he's on a bunch of really good teams. Again, he's here. He's here. He's on these teams. He is on some really, really strong teams here, so obviously good. Is he on this team? It's Earth, Red Fire, and Katara. He's not on this 220, is he? I don't think he is. Yeah, I think that's actually a mistake. But, anyways. Yeah, he is Great Ape Vegeta's on a bunch of teams. One thing that does hold him back is a pretty bad link set here. Saiyan Aurora is good. Roy Lineage is a good link, Legendary Power. Same Warrior Race is fine. But, you're not going to see, Transform, Shotgun Limit, and over 9,000 a lot. Could you imagine if he had, Fierce Battle, he had, Prepared for Battle, and, Big Bad Bosses? Some Great Ape Vegetas do have Big Bad Bosses, by the way. I'm just saying. But that would benefit Vegeta a lot, but he's obviously still very strong. And he works great as a slot 1 protector unit on AGL Gogeta's team, right? What Beast does on Tech Vegeta's team is what Great Ape Vegeta does on AGL Gogeta's team. They fulfill a very similar role. And Vegeta's also very, very strong in Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, for example. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to the 5th spot in a tier of his own. I think it's pretty clear who it is. it is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This guy right here. He's just ridiculously strong. Like, during part 1 of the anniversary when he dropped, and even part 2, I think him and Beast Gohan, actually, were, like, very, like, interchangeable. These two guys right here. For sure. I do not think that anymore, because the big thing that pushed this guy over the edge, for me, is Festival of Battles exists. And Beast is a non-factor, while this guy is one of the best units in the game for Festival of Battles. He's one of the MVPs. He's an absolute dominator in there. The 2-turn support. Eventually, he gets to the point where he's just always sitting at 24 key. And in Festival of Battles, you cannot trust the key orbs in there. The key orbs can be very, very rough sometimes. And eventually, this guy just gets to the point where he has no concern for key at all. Which is obviously a big deal. Okay, there's the OST. I was going to say, an OST is coming. But, yeah, this Goku has that, of course. In this state, he can YOLO slot 1 like a little bit with his 70% dodge and guard. He can. Post-attacking, I found him pretty good defensively. He is giving support. He can make his way through battle hard formidable foes. I don't think he's an MVP or anything, but he can be very good in there. Red Zone, he can do very good as long as he does not get locked. You have to be careful with the Jiren locking as well as physical topo. They can kill him. Like, if this guy gets locked in slot 1, he's dead. This guy is very clearly a slot 2 damage dealing support unit, and that's fine by me. But he can get caught. The Golden Great Ape has a very good condition on it. I do like it a lot. So you're very easily able to see that. And then what this guy provides to the team is just, it's nuts, right? Like this guy, not him, this guy is just insane, right? He's stacking, he's giving this big support right here on his super attack effect. He's giving this as well. Like this ability right here is, any unit that can be impacted by this is literally like twice as good with him around. Like I'm dead serious. It is that effective. It really, really is. He is crazy with that up. Right, he's got the guaranteed crits, he's got the huge stats when attacking. He has the heal, which has come in handy a couple of times, right? And again, these two different permanent key mechanics just allow him to basically never struggle for key, is how he works. It doesn't happen. So yeah, he is incredible. Very strong link set. No conditions to Goku, no, oh, we have to run him on this team, or have to do this or that. No, so he's just a huge buff to all of these teams. Like, sure, this is a category restriction support, but this part isn't. Once he supers, anyone gets this. So, yeah, Goku is just, he's a king. He's an absolute king. Simple as, really. Okay, we're into the top 4. Now, although I have the top 4 as interchangeable, or like in the same, not interchangeable, but in the same tier, although I do have them in the same tier, I don't really think they're interchangeable. Like, if I was to really break it up, it would more look like... if I was to break it up, and I might do this now, add a row above. Yeah. Like, if I was to add a row above here, and just type the number 1, I could see this, and we could talk about it, but I don't think it's a clear... I don't think the gap is big enough for this, but I do think... I'm pretty hard set on who 1 and 2 are, and then 3 or 4 can be interchangeable. And maybe you can swap 2 and 3. Maybe. But 1 I think is pretty locked in. But I don't think there's a big enough gap to separate them by tier. Anyways, let's look at number 4, which is right here. It is the LR Gods, right? It is the LR Gods. At number 4. Them, right here. Okay. Unfortunately, now that we've seen some 10th anniversary, like 200% leader skill EZAs, we now know that they're not getting the extra stats. They're only getting this 1 extra key on their leader skill, which is unfortunate, but luckily the gods and the 4s are so strong that their EZAs are so ridiculously powerful that they are real leaders. Like, these 200% teams are back. These are real teams we're leading right here. Like, again, 50% stacks right here. Turn 1, they have this huge damage reduction and the guaranteed additional with the guard for 7 turns and stuff. So they can YOLO slot 1. And again, the gods, the fours. I can talk about Tech Vegito and Super Gogeta as well. These are the MVPs of Festival of Battle. They're also the MVPs of Red Zone. And they're also all very good in Battle Hardened for Formidable Foes. So, it just kind of is what it is, right? They are all crazy. But this allows them to go slot 1, like them and the fours go slot 1, like on their first turn, which can be very helpful, right? For sure. They get the extra stats for Key Sphere, they got the crit chance, they have so many additional supers, which they're just stacking and stacking. They have a very easy condition, very easy key mechanic too, right? Again, their 200% team is like bang right here. Like, this is not a 200% team for them. I don't know why this shows up like this, because they're not on the 220%. But they are here. They're on like Beast team, which is still good, their own team, of course. Like, I'm sure you could probably still do this in some of the red zones and stuff, but yeah. But like, when the gods come out, like the blues, like, look at this passive, right? Like, again, they have the massive race for 4 turns right here, which is just utter nonsense, I think. Like this, they get the big reduction again, huge stats, the guard, the dodge, the double rainbow warp change for the first 4 turns, huge stats for Key Sphere, crit and dodge, guaranteed additional, bunch of attack. They have the attack break, of course, as well. When attacking, they can get this guaranteed additional and guaranteed crits. They can have guaranteed dodge once only, which, you know, there's a lot of dodge cancelling too, right? Which can hurt them a little. Which could hurt them, I guess. But I've never found dodge cancelling affecting this unit, because I've usually stacked up so much that their defense plus guard is usually high enough that they wouldn't even have to dodge the super. They can just tank it. Maybe not in slot 1 without their 77% production, but post super, definitely. That's also why Pycon is sitting a little bit lower here. Where is he? Right here. I think he could shoot up into this tier, but right now he's not, because there's a lot of dodge cancelling, and although Pycon is guarding, his stats are not high enough to be, like, eating these big supers, right? So, that's why Pycon is down here. Dodge cancelling doesn't really affect this guy, because by the time you get to the dodge cancelling phases, this guy is transformed, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, the gods, obviously very good. Number 3 might be a little bit controversial, depending on... But it's Super Gogeta. Okay, it is Super Gogeta. Maybe a little controversial, I don't know. But yeah, Super Gogeta's right here. Super Gogeta is obviously incredible, right? He leads one of the best teams in the game. Maybe the best team for Festival as well. Giving the fours, the gods themselves, and Tech Vegito all the 220. It probably is the best team for Festival. Probably. It's a very strong team. But yeah. The reason this unit is not, like, you know, top 2 for me, the reason it doesn't quite make it there, and why they are a bronze medal unit here, is not really because of Gogeta. We'll talk about Gogeta shortly. It's this, right? This is dumb. Why? Like, he already guards in slot 2 or 3, but I guess this allows him to kind of, like, YOLO. I say YOLO slot 1 because sometimes you have these units who can kind of go slot 1 sometimes. Like, I'd consider, you know, this guy, right, in Super Saiyan 3 state a YOLO slot 1 because he's got the 70% dodge and guard. I would consider anyone else here? Yeah, this Gotenks is a YOLO slot 1, right? But this guy, like, any even big normals crush this guy in slot 1. Like, I would not. I don't, like, sometimes you kind of have to do what you gotta do, but I would not consider this guy good at that. And doubling up on guard is not very good, because you can't double guard, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't do anything. This should have been damage reduction. This is what this should have been. He should have just had guard, and then like 30% reduction or something, and the 300% defense. That would have been okay. Like, we could have rolled with that, but that's not what they gave him, so. This Vegeta I have had killed just in slot 2 in Battle Hardened Formidable Foes and stuff. Like, people call this guy like the best Battle Hardened Formidable Foes unit because of Veku, right? Because of the Ghost Usher. Which, you know, I would agree with. But this guy just dies too easy. This guy is frail. Like, unfortunately, he is just kind of frail. And I do worry for him. This Goku is really good. Now, I have very bad luck with this Goku. I can't explain why my luck is so bad with him, but I have awful luck with this guy. Like this, where is it? This 70%, I feel like I'm always failing. I don't know why, but I feel like I fail it all the time. And his 80% dodge, like, never works for me. I feel like he dies a lot. I feel like, you know, for example, we go into, like, the Universe Survival Saga fights, and we jump in against, like, the Physical Topo, or, like, the Integeran, and I'm like, okay, well, I have this Goku slot 1 with 80% dodge. He dies. I can't explain why he always dies for me, but he dies. It's very annoying, and I can't really explain why that happens, but I have very bad luck with this guy. It is what it is. I think he's very good, but my luck with him is bad. But this guy is, like, crazy good, right? Because in slot 1, again, he can have, like, he's triple quad supering, like, with defensive stacking. He's got this great he's guarding with 80% dodge. Like, this Goku is crazy. Like, he's really, really good. And, of course, Veku is very strong as well. But, of course, the main attraction is Super Gogeta. Super Gogeta's got a very short pass. Well, not very short, but a pretty short passive, right? Gogeta is crazy, right? Gogeta, I find, is just completely invincible. Like, he just never takes damage, even at 55%. You get, like, one turn of stacking with Goku, and he just does not die. In Red Zone, like, not at all. Battle Hard Formidable Foes, which I don't think I've gotten him in Battle Hard Formidable Foes, but he is invincible there too, of course. Like, Gogeta, again, like, triple supering, massive raise, like, guaranteed crits, the big support. Like, he is invincible, right? The Scouter is obviously super good, the heal. Gogeta standalone, like, if we're considering no active skills, yeah, I probably would agree that he's stronger than Vegito, like, if we're not considering actives, but if we don't consider actives, we're missing, like, half the unit, right? Half what these units do are their active skills. So, you know, we do have to consider it. But without it, yeah. I mean, Gogeta does have a ridiculously strong active. This Soul Punisher support buff is astronomical. It sends these other units that are affected by this into the moon. Like, that's... yeah, what this active skill does is just utter ridiculousness. But, yeah. Gogeta is super crazy, but Vegeta's weaknesses, like, are too glaring for me to put him at number 1. Or even number 2. Now, Gogeta also has this effect, which is super good. Where is it? And nullifies negative effects. That's to himself. If he cancelled all negative effects on the rotation, that would be crazy. You know, like, he can just cancel blocking. Like, if Gogeta, like, for example, the Vegeta side gets locked, you fuse into Gogeta, they're no longer locked, which is obviously super good. But you can't protect another unit who gets locked and killed, right? Like, Gogeta can't do anything about that. Which, you know, I think does matter, right? Gogeta's super good, and, like, just not considering active skills, he's better than Vegito, I would say. But that's just not how the game works. So, let's keep going. In our number 2 spot, I'm sure you guys know who it is at this point. It is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in base are basically just the same as the gods. Like, they have the same kit, exactly. The only difference that you're going to notice is this unit does not have Prepared for Battle, which the gods do, which can matter, right? It can matter. The gods having Prepared for Battle is really good, but the 4s do not. But the difference is the 4s have a perfect linking partner. The 4s have this guy. The 4s have him as a perfect 6 out of 7 linking partner, giving support, giving damage reduction, activating all of their big links like Saiyan Roar, GT. Like, that's perfect. The gods don't have that, right? The gods do not have a perfect linking partner to put them at max potential, which I think does actually make a difference. But what puts the difference aside here, what separates Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, from the gods is not their super attack effects. It's not the fact that the gods double orb change, which is obviously super good. The main thing to consider, the difference here, is this. Not the Scouter. Where is it? Why can't I see it? Oh, sorry, it's here. When receiving a super attack, 70% chance to counter supers. Like, that is directly impacted by all the attack and defensive stacking. Well, just the stacking in general, right? That you are getting with the 4s before you transform. And this is game-changing in Festival of Battles, which, you know, people don't want to say it matters, whatever, but it does matter, and this is huge. This is the separation factor. Better linking partners and that. and the super attack counter is what puts Gogeta over the gods. And like, I think eventually down the lines, maybe you could make the argument for the gods as the meta changes. But again, there's a lot of dodge cancelling too, which right now it doesn't matter a huge amount, but Gogeta just countering any super that comes in with a 70% probability while being basically invincible anyway is a bigger deal, right? It is what it is. So that does mean that number one, I think most people seen this coming, is Tech Vegito, right? Tech Vegito is number one because, I mean, come on. Leads either the best team, the second best team, whatever you want to say. He's like this Goku. Like, the reason I prefer, one of the reasons I definitely prefer the Vegito unit over the Gogeta unit is due because this Vegito is invincible. Like, for the first 2 turns. Unless you float him, right? Turn 1 and turn 3, or turn 2 and turn 4, this Goku is invincible in slot 2. Because he has 50% damage reduction, 70% damage reduction, 90% damage reduction. That's invincible. He does not die to anything that is currently, you know, available. Like, in those turns that could kill him. Like, there's just nothing that can right now. It is what it is. Also, I don't know what it is. I also find this Goku just hitting harder than Vegeta. I'm not sure if that's true, but it feels like I find that a lot. But anyways, yeah, Goku is also supporting Earth Protecting Heroes and Potara, while Vegeta is supporting Successors and Fusion. Now, luckily, Fusion is kind of big right now, right? Like, let's have a look. Like, Successors and Fusion. You, actually, you're Successors, right? Frieza is Successors. And you. Like, that's huge. Earth Protecting Heroes and Potara, for example, is you. It's you. And yeah, that's it. So technically, Vegeta's support is better. But I don't know. When I'm running Vegeto's team, I just find his team a little bit better to run. I don't know. Anyways, Goku is definitely, like, stronger than the Vegeta side. Now, when we get to this guy, Vegeta's really good too, but the Goku side of Gogeta is definitely better with the dodging. Because this guy, again, has big reduction in guard in slot 1, which is obviously super strong. But the difference you may notice is something like the Integeran, which is, you know, one of the big bosses you do fight in the Goku Story Universe Survival Saga stage, seals every time, and he supers in slot 1. Which means this Vegeta can just get sealed over and over and over again, stopping him from stacking, can really hold him back. Like, you can find that happening. While this guy right here, the Goku side, again with the 80% dodge, tends to just dodge it and he can keep stacking. Now, if this guy does get caught, I find that he was definitely more frail. Like, he'll just die if he doesn't dodge it, right? While this guy is definitely more of a, he can just eat it, but, you know, having some dodge would be preferred. But he is very good. I do like this Vegeta. I actually think this Vegeta is probably a little bit underrated as well. Like, he is very good defensively. I mean, as you'd expect with 70% reduction in guard, but in slot 1 with defensive stacking, but I'm telling you, he's even better than some people are giving him credit for. But obviously you do it the Potara break, which you don't want to do a whole lot, but if you do use it, it is very strong. Like, Vegeta gets ridiculously good. Like, this Goku becomes very strong as well, because then he's guarding with 40% damage reduction plus any of the stacked defense from this guy. Like, this Goku can sit in slot 2 and get some insane numbers. But what puts this guy at number 1 is what Vegito does, right? Vegito, he's number 1 for a reason, right? He's number 1 for most people for a reason. And that reason is this, right? It's this. With this active skill up, he literally gaps the game. This active skill gaps anything the game has right now. It kind of feels like what the Family Kamehameha did back in Worldwide last year, where it was definitely the strongest ability we had access to. This gaps that, you know? Like, this... Like, you stack with Goku, get that attack stacking, you could get this guy's active skill out, and bosses just die. Bosses cannot deal with what this guy, like, the damage this guy puts out. He is the MVP of Festival of Battles. Him and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta are the kings of Festival of Battle. They're the king of Red Zone, right? This guy just destroys Red Zone as well. He can get caught in Festival of Battles. Well, on turn 5, right? Because again, turn 1 and 2, this guy is invincible, right? In slot 2, he can't go slot 1. So, keep that in mind. Turn 4, like, you can Batara break and then have the Goku with 90% damage reduction and guard, which is crazy. But, yeah, you get to turn 5, this guy comes out, and you just win anything. Like, this guy is the king of Dokkan right now, I think. So, yeah, that is my list. That's my top 10 LR list. Maybe you could change it around a little bit, make some fair arguments for other units, like, I don't know. If you wanted to say something like this, would I disagree? I mean, yes, but I don't think it's absurd. Like, I kinda get it. Like, if you did this, would I be mad? No. Like, this makes perfect sense to me. Like, could you do that? I guess, but I feel like that's underrating what Gogeta does. I think this, to me, makes the most sense, but there are other ways you could put it. Could you move this guy up here? Maybe. I do feel like he is a bit of a step down from these guys, but I could see a world where they are together. I do think this guy is a sizable step up from these two right now. I think Pycon can make a jump up here at some point, but not now. These guys, sure, not really gonna move. Like, someone like, I don't know, Namek Goku, could he be in here? Potentially. Tech Broly, I could see making an argument that, like this 8 to 10 spot could be like 7 or 8 different units. For real. I didn't add them here, but again, Tech Broly, I think Int Broly has a shout. I think the free-to-play Bardock generally has a shout, just because of how good he is in Festival of Battles. I think someone like, actually I really like the Super Easy Gohan. Everyone hates him, but I actually think he's actually pretty good. I wouldn't put him top 10, but just want to shout him out a little bit. Is there anyone else I want to mention? Full Power Freeze is really good, but Frieza really needs a good setup, and I think he can definitely make a better argument right now. I think Namek Goku definitely has the better shout between them at this moment. Anyone else I'd like to mention? I mean, we know this guy's actually number 1, like, we're aware, right? But I didn't even add him, but you guys know. You guys are fans of the channel for a while, you're aware. Like, is this guy in, like, the top 15 to 20 LRs? I don't think so, just because there's too much dodge cancelling right now. Is this guy? I mean, maybe in the lower end, you could get him, talks with him. I do really like the Brolys still, but I would not put them top 10 right now. I think that's it. I think that's anyone. I don't think anyone else here needs a mention. So yeah, that is my. I get he's also in that range, that top 15 range, I guess. This guy and like this guy as well. Okay, yeah, that's everyone I want to mention right now. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of my top 10 LRs up to Golden Week. Again, we will get a part 2 LR for Golden Week. Maybe they'll crack into this top 10. Pycon, this is a Yellow Coin LR did, so Golden Week could too. I mean, Golden Week last year was Ultimate Gohan, who did not crack the overall top 10 LRs, but the year before that, it was Bulma, and Bulma was like competing for top 1 in the game, so you never know what we're going to get. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys later.